Alright, just joined there. Okay, so we're live at Disney's the meet and greet, and we've been kind of doing a little bit of question and answer, so I thought I'd let everybody kind of join in. We had a couple more come up, so good to see you. So we were talking a little bit about the Epcot revitalization. So what were you going to mention with it?
So my question is, do you think, like they're returning to the whole retro Epcot, including with the fountain and all that, do you think they would ever bring back Epcot?
I don't think they're returning to the retro Epcot. I think they're going away from that idea, and just ditching a lot of it. So as far as going back to the Journey into Imagination, the original one, I think they realized that when they did the interim version that they really messed up bad.
Oh yeah.
And so they tried to bring Figment back, and Figment actually, I think, arguably is probably the most popular character at Epcot. I don't think they'll do anything to get rid of Figment. Whether they bring Dreamfinder back, if they update the ride, I would not be surprised if they brought Dreamfinder back. I don't think they'll bring the original version of the ride back. It would be nice. But I think they made so many changes to that pavilion that they would almost have to gut the whole thing to do it right. But that's possible after they get everything open up here. They might have that in long-term plans. I really have no idea. It would be nice to see. I think it's more likely, though, the Dreamfinder comes back in than the Figment disappears.
You hear about the one in July pavilion?
I love the fact that we're going to get the one in July pavilion open. They actually made the announcement yesterday while we were at Epcot. I'm not sure what I feel about the idea. It sounds like they're trying to take Walt's original Epcot and do it in miniature. And I don't know how effective that's going to be. I wish that they would bring it back. Thank you. Construction on NBA.
Yeah, they're doing NBA construction over there.
I wish
that Disney Quest.
Yeah. My kids would both totally be with you.
Don't hold your breath.
I think they're forgetting the idea of the World's Fair at Epcot. And so this might be interesting. It may turn out to be great. But it may also turn out to be one of those, why did you bother things? So, but at least they're getting the pavilion open. It's better than an empty pavilion sitting there staring at you.
Yeah, and they're doing some repairs on it, which is really neat.
Yes. So, overall on that one, I'm kind of taking a wait and see, and hopefully they'll surprise me.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is with Guardians of the Galaxy, right next door, they're trying to get something for the younger kids. Well, the older teens and queens got Guardians of the Galaxy. The younger kids had something to do over in the plane.
Very possibly that, and since they completely gutted interventions, which was something that the younger kids absolutely loved. I was saying earlier, we actually had one day where we visited Epcot, and my kids spent more than half the day just in interventions. Absolutely loved it. So they're trying to take a little bit of that and put it back over there as well. I wouldn't mind seeing them. I wish they would just rebuild interventions. Instead, it sounds like they're going to level one of the whole buildings.
Well, at least with the new feeds, we have the Buzzy probably in the archives.
Buzzy was not stolen. It made for a great story. I don't remember if it was Archives or who it was, but there was an official Disney group that moved it. There was no way you were going to get Buzzy, who is as big as one of us, and weighing like 300 plus pounds. They're not going to just walk him past security. Not going to happen. And then the cars that they take out, it would have to be an official Disney car with Disney permission to move something like that.
I think a good movie if it wasn't like that.
Yeah, it would, but security and stuff like that, I don't think a lot of people outside Disney realize how strict some of the security is. I mean, when I worked there, we actually had to open up our lunch bags every time we went in and out to show there was nothing in there. So, but then that wasn't when you get out without permission. If you have a shipping truck that would go by, they'd open up the trucks and look in. So, I think Buzzy is safe and where he should be. Just my opinion, I don't know anything for sure. I never got to see Buzzy.
Oh, you really missed that.
Yeah,
in the time of thousands.
I didn't get to see any of that. That's why in my video of the stuff I wish I got to see, that was all in there. I didn't get to see anything. Any other questions? Yeah.
As newbie, pass holders now, and you have your former employee.
Yep.
Other than make time to do all the rides repeatedly, what is there that doesn't cost money in your tours and things? What should we concentrate on, kind of taking our time to explore and see that what most people wouldn't do on a regular?
Oh goodness. This is something I've learned. It really sunk in this trip. When we lived here and worked here, I had all sorts of time at the parks, so we weren't rushed, we weren't pushed. Hey, if it's a busy day, we'll just do all this other stuff. And now visiting just infrequently, it's like, oh, we gotta go. I've driven my poor daughter crazy. So, but there are all sorts of hidden things, and we learned to enjoy the shows that people skip. When we were at Magic Kingdom Wednesday, it was just jam-packed, and so we actually kind of shifted into our Christmas holiday mode. It was that busy. At one point, Seven Dwarfs posted a 240-minute wait, and the line for Peter Pan was all the way to the carousel. It was insane. So we went to the Tiki Room. We went to Feel Her Magic. We did, we started hitting all the shows and stuff, Country Bears, and all these things that wouldn't have had to wait. That a lot of times you just skip because they're not exciting. So, yeah. Look for the little side stuff. There's books about the secrets of Disney. We would take days and we would just go hidden Mickey hunting. So if you get the hidden Mickey book, you just browse through that. Okay, let's see what we can find. There's a wonderful book. If you're on Kindle Unlimited, it's free, but you can also buy the edition. It's called Hidden Secrets of Walt Disney World or something like that. And it goes park by park with all this stuff to find. So just some really neat things. So we check things like that. Check the calendars too. When you get the festival stuff out, there's all sorts of other stuff going on. Like art schools back for the Festival of the Arts, and they do all sorts of other things like that. Festivals are great when we live here. I thought I saw.
Oh yes, hi. First, this is kind of a plain little Epcot concept. Two questions. One, what country do you want to see added to the whole showcase next? And then two, do you think there's possibly a chance of like a small, I'd say, seat ticket ride going into the Play Pavilion? Or is this going to be like Intervention / Disney Western Born? It seems very home-like Disney.
What country would I like to see? Goodness, I'd like to see almost any country. Ones that have been rumored, ones that actually Disney announced at various times. They announced Spain, they announced Israel. I'd love to see either of those go in. The strong rumor right now is Brazil. But I'll be honest, I'm not expecting Brazil to happen. One, because there's been no announcement. Two, there's no groundbreaking. Three, the country itself has been kind of like, well, yeah. And one of the things they have to do, even if the countries don't officially sponsor, they've got to get all the work permits and visas and everything in place. That's a government deal, and I have not heard of anything happening along that lines. I don't think Brazil's coming, in all honesty.
Yeah. There's no stopping the tour groups, though.
No stopping the tour groups. I wish that there's still spots. They've used a couple spots. Ratatouille ride is using up one of the spots for a country that they had, and they've had a couple other things. But as far as the ride wonders of life, I have no clue. No idea on that one.
Yeah, and also in terms of what country I want to see, I think the pavilion that I want to see most likely is probably India because it's one of the BRICS countries, and plus you have Jungle Book, so that you can easily put an IP in there.
If I were to dream about what countries I would like to see, India would be an awesome one. Yes, just because it'd be so different. I'd love to see a South American country, so Brazil or Argentina or something like that. I think that would be great. I'd love to see another African country besides Morocco, something from Central or South Africa. I think would be fun. Spain, I think, would be great. If you want to, Europe has so many different cultures. Spain would be wonderful to see in there. And I like Israel just because Israel's unique. It really is.
do you think the tax in Africa and Asia are so long limited? I don't know if you might
I
talk
think
some of that.
at this point, I don't know if they're even looking for more countries. The last ones were added, what, 84, 87, something like that.
I think the most recent might have been Norway.
Yeah, and I'd say it was back in the 80s. So I don't know that they're even looking to add.
It'd be fun, but
Especially since the demand for most people now, the Disney fans want to see more countries, but a lot of regular people, they're like, where's the brides? So you've got Ratatouille coming. There's talk of one being added to England, United Kingdom. Who knows what that's going to be? I've seen everything from a dark ride maybe to a themed carousel. Watch them not do anything. But
Travers with Return of the Dreams.
you know, I can do a whole deal about Travers. I understand wanting to protect your stuff. I think Travers missed out on what a joy her property became with Disney. I think she turned into a grumpy old lady. Sad. Yeah, the book, if you ever read the book, Mary Poppins is a jerk. She really is. She's not a likable character. Yes. Yes. It was a dreary read. And then to know that there's this whole series and you're kind of going, wow, I think I've had enough of Mary after this. If I saw Mary, I kind of want to give her a slip kick. Yeah, I was not keen on books. So I think Disney's take was much more lighthearted and much nicer. Is there any chat popping up on that, Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody throw a question out on there?
Somebody said that they want to see Australia added.
They want to see Australia. Oh, that would be a good one to add. That would be a neat country to add.
And then you could make like a scale model of the Sydney Opera House.
Yes. Yeah, that would be a great theater for it. Oh, that would be a good
And
idea.
you could put another theater show. It wouldn't be necessarily Circle Vision. It could be like France. It could be like a normal theater.
Yes.
But put it inside like a scaled version of the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah, I can think of all sorts of stuff to do with Australia. That'd be a neat one. Anything else on there? Just scrolling through.
Scrolling through. Kaylee Marsh wants you to say hi to her.
What?
Kaylee Marsh wants you to say hi
Oh,
to
hi,
her.
Kaylee. Good to see you.
I didn't think of Australia. That's good.
No, I hadn't even thought about that one. That'd be a good addition.
are you excited for Star Wars? Are you coming back down when it opens?
I won't be here for Star Wars, but we're actually going to Disneyland in California in October, and so we will catch it there. And the nice thing is October Disneyland, it gets much quieter during the week than it does here. So we have a much better chance of actually being able to get in and enjoy it then. Yeah, we're excited. The wonderful gentleman from, going blank on the company's name, he runs a media company. He's actually the one who brought us out here last October. Put us up at Animal Kingdom Lodge and all that. He's sending us to Disneyland.
Wow.
And so I am so excited. My wife can't go this time, so it's going to be me, my two kids, and then Erin here with the camera, and Laurel wherever she went. They've never been out there at all, so it's going to be a fun treat. I get to use them all week.
So the Star Wars thing reminded me. They're now going to be serving alcohol in that section. So how do you feel with them now publicly serving alcohol in Disney?
It is what it is. No, it's not Walt's vision, but Walt was also a man of his time, and that's one of those things I think Walt would have flexed with, and updated. So I'm not a drinker, but I'm like, they're not going to let people walk around getting drunk at Star Wars.
So you don't think it'll get as bad as Epcot?
No, because it's only going to be one or two spots. They're not going to be drinking their way around the park. So no, I don't think it'd be an issue. I do wish Epcot would cut it back, because you watch people that walk in Epcot now wearing shirts bragging, I'm getting drunk today, and something like that. That bothers me. But no, as far as a little bit of alcohol here and there in the park, no, that doesn't bother me.
It doesn't really fit in DCA.
Yeah.
Star Wars doesn't really fit in DCA, so they had to put it in.
I think Star Wars is a good fit for Disneyland. I really do. And I know there's people who disagree with me like that, and that's why they're hammering on my head. But
well, I mean, at least some of the abandoned areas of the park are now going to be used instead of just sitting empty.
well, it wasn't abandoned. It was a big, huge barbecue and picnic area.
Oh,
So it was used. They had the old petting zoo back there at one point. And so if you ever see the old pictures of Mickey Moo, the cow that had the Mickey on the side, that's where he was.
and didn't they also use it to cover up part of the history mine trains for dangerous wolverines?
There's actually still little bits and pieces of it you can see. Yes, they have to do that. Yep. Anything else? I don't want to ignore this side. I know I'm kidding. Or if anybody's saying anything.
In California before, right?
Yes, I grew up in California, so it was the very first Disney park I went to. It was actually the first Disney parks my kids went to, because we took them in September of 2001, which that was an eerie trip. I did a whole video on that, but because it was 2 weeks after 9/11. Which, at the time when that happened, we were like, well, do we do like everybody else and cancel? Well, let's wait and decide. After a week, we're like, we got to get out from this, because the overwhelming emotion of that time, and that's all you saw on the news, and it's like, we got to get away. And so it was a little eerie because the parks were so empty, but it was also so incredibly nice and refreshing and enjoyable, and best trip to Disney ever.
How was the mood during that? Did the cast members always have that cheery optimism?
Oh yeah, that's part of the job.
Were you there when the flag came back up?
If we were, I don't remember it. We didn't see it.
Because I know they had a big ceremony where Eisner was there. It was like when Bush said, "Okay, now you can put the flag back up."
I honestly, I don't remember if we were there during that or not. So, we were all over the place. But yeah, we even got to ride Superstar Limo. Oh, there's a kind of thing. I have pictures of us in the limo.
What about rocket rods?
What about rocket rods? We didn't see. No. And from what I heard, I didn't miss anything with that.
Rocket Rides was broken every single time I went to Disneyland. I never got to ride it. I went like 40 times.
I think technically it was still there in 2001, but yeah, I wasn't running. So.
That's the first time person go to Disneyland. Maybe next year, other than Star Wars, going to be the thing. What would you recommend seeing in Disneyland?
Everything. Disneyland, if you think Magic Kingdom, but think smaller but with more to do in it. It still has Mr. Toad. It has an Alice in Wonderland dark ride. You've got Indiana Jones, which is dinosaur, but so much better.
Yes.
And much better. The Fantasmic is on the Rivers of America, and it is amazing. Just the atmosphere of it there. There are parts in the Fantasmic show there that they don't do here. The pirate scene is fantastic because they use the sailing ship Columbia, which is one of the ships that goes around. They turn it into a pirate ship, and they're actually swinging off the boat and dropping off into the water. It's really neat to see. Small World is bigger. Pirates is almost twice as long.
The outside is like it was in New York.
Yes. Small World at Disneyland, the outside is done right. The clock has so much more movement to it. It's a neat facade. The whole thing's lit up at night. It doesn't look like a little storefront like Magic Kingdom does. Disneyland Paris was actually very nice because it was much more similar to the original. That way, I like that. Yeah, no hurricanes. I'm trying to remember some of the other stuff there, but it's
Snow White there.
yes, Snow White is still there.
Roger Rabbit.
But there's also a lot of Walt's touch there. Down by the Rivers of America, there's this giant piece of petrified wood. It's actually an old petrified tree that he gave to his wife. And they put down at the riverfront, there's a little plaque there that says.
And there's the Lily Bell.
There's the Lily Bell, which is his private car on the train.
Blue Bayou.
Yeah, Blue Bayou is just beautiful. So when you walk into Pirates, before you get on the boat, if you look across the water, there's this restaurant right there. It's always nighttime on the bayou.
With fireflies.
Yes. So much of Walt's hand in it. So I can't wait to get back. It's been 15, 16 years. Let's see. 2004. So yeah, it'll be 15 years when I get back. So can't wait. Can't wait to introduce it to them.
Anything else?
Did you ever consider doing walking through Walt's footsteps where you go to see his apartment?
Yes, but I don't know if I'll have time. So I'd love to at some point. Anyways, I'm going to sign off. I want to make sure I get more time to say hi to everybody here, get pictures. And
Really quickly, have you ever been to Commercial King?
I have not. Marceline is actually 3 to 4 hours away from me. Yep. At some point, it's about an hour from Kansas City, and so it's something that I would have to take a trip, say in Kansas City, and definitely do at least one night. So that's why we haven't done it yet.
We got to go for 100 years.
Yep.
So
Well,
We,
not only is there the Disney tie there, I actually have a couple family members that lived in Marceline.
oh my goodness.
So at some point, I need to get up there for that as well and get pictures of the house. My great grandfather and his wife actually had lived in a nursing home in Marceline. That's when he passed away. And the nursing home isn't even there, but the street still is. So I just want to. So yeah, at some point I need to do that.
We'll watch that video.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the Marceline tour in May for his birthday.
Oh.
Marceline the Magic Kingdom tour.
That would be neat. See, May I'm hoping to get out to Kentucky because I got free tickets to the Noah's Ark and the Creation Museum out there. So at some point I'm going to do that.
Gonna do a video on those.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yep. Definitely do videos on those.
You ever
Are you
do
gonna do?
about the Disneyland experience?
If I ever get back to it again, I did go to it twice. It is very different now than when I went because Trinity Broadcasting Network took it over. And I did get to visit after they took it over, and when they were still making changes, you can see it's definitely going in different directions. So I have no idea what it's like. I don't know about all the changes now. There's still parts of the scriptorium is incredible. But some of the other entertainment and other stuff, I don't know if I necessarily like their take on it. So I will get to my whole deal Trinity, but some different views on things. Anyways, let me say bye to everybody live streaming. Here, swing the camera around. Everybody wave at everybody online. This is your chance to be internet famous. So thank you everybody for joining us. I'm going to kind of let y'all see them as we go, and I guess here, Aaron, swing it back to me. So thank you for joining us. We'll get you later. We're going to get pictures, and I'm going to do other stuff and see everybody here. So bye.